Hmm? Yeah, I'm fine. No, it's okay. I can't even see anything from under the sheets. I've tried to drown out her voice, but it's hard not to hear what's going on. Talking to Princess Pumpkin would have made it worse. I don't even want to look at her after our play sessions. No, she wants her space too. We kind of agreed to let the other be once Mindy's done playing with us. Otherwise, we'll just start hating each other. Well, I'm not really cut out to be an actor. It doesn't feel like pretending when she makes us kiss like that, and neither of us are even coming up with the words ourselves. It's just whatever Mindy says for us. That's even harder to do. You and Princess Pumpkin don't even look remotely similar to each other. How am I supposed to pretend it's you? You're lucky. That Sunfire Knight wears a helmet. At least you don't have to look at her face when you're kissing. At least you're not kissing actual metal, just plastic like the rest of us. To be honest, I don't know if that's worse or not. Is it easier for you to pretend? Yeah, I mean, since you can imagine anyone under the helmet. Oh, it's just. That's what I hate about this. The fact that it's easier for you to accept it. No, it's not your fault. I get that. It's not Mindy's fault either. It's not even that she's a kid. She can't hear us, so she'll never know what we want. I don't know. Maybe it's just a good thing that she's got an overactive imagination. Well, that's what her sister's old toys were saying. When they have a greater imagination, it means they're growing up. And when she's older, Mindy will stop playing around with us so we don't have to be forced into kissing others anymore. Right. I didn't think about that. Does Mindy even have any cousins who'd want us? No. You know what? Maybe it's better if she keeps us. I don't want to end up being separated from you. That's what her sister's toys were saying. Some of them went to Mindy while the rest were given away. Honestly, I'd willingly kiss everyone else in this room if it meant that we got to stay together. Sometimes being stuck in a box doesn't sound that bad. At least collector dolls aren't expected to do anything other than sit around looking pretty. You're not forced to play pretend like a play line, and you probably won't be given away. I'm not even sure what being bored is. It's kind of hard to be when you're part of playtime every day. Honestly, I wouldn't mind trying it out if I had the chance. Just to sit back and do nothing but talk all day. It's not too different from what it was like at the store, though, right? It wasn't that bad with all the others around me. We talk all the time before we were brought to our new homes. About lots of stuff, actually. There were a bunch of groups with the same series, so we spend our time talking about the shows, games, or books we were based on. There were always new dolls coming in from other series, so there was always something new to talk about. We could share our stories and the ones from those that left, so it was pretty much endless conversation. Yeah, that's why I don't think it'll be boring to live that life again. I was pretty happy like that. Even if there isn't a new crowd to come in like before, I've still got all those old stories I heard from back then that I could tell. If you want, I could share them with you while we have the time like this. Well, what's the difference between whether I was still in my box or not? I could tell you stories either way. Our relationship wouldn't be any different. We can't kiss either way. I mean, we still fell in love by just talking to each other. No, it's not enough. But we can't do much about that anyway. Yeah. So talking with you through a box would be no different. Unless something changes and Mindy decides she wants us to be together, or she gives us both to someone who does. Honestly, the chance of that are low. Maybe if we were from the same series, then things would be different. But then you've got the ones like Mindy who do their own thing anyway. So there's never a guarantee. Hmm? No, I never had a thing for any of the other dolls from my series. Some of the ones on the shelf did, and there were a few who liked someone from another series. But it was usually the ones who were placed at the ends, since it was easier to interact with them. It was easy to make friends and all, but none of them really stood out to me. Maybe because many of them looked the same or were like me. It was different when I was brought home, since there wasn't any dolls here that I'd seen before. And there was only one of each of you, so it made everyone unique, especially you. I don't think I ever saw a doll as good looking as you. I'm still shocked that you're real sometimes. As great as that sounds, having a bunch of you around wouldn't really do much for me. You're the only one I've ever gotten close to. If anything, it might be worse if there were more of you here. It'd be hard to keep track of who I talk to about what, so I think one is enough. I guess if there were that many, then Mindy could pair off one of each of her dolls. Then she might forget which ones go with which, so that's probably worse in the long run. Yeah, just having you is fine. No confusion over who is who. Problem is, I'm still stuck with sharing. Yeah, I don't like being shared either. I still wish I could kiss you, even if it isn't something that'd be special between us. There's not much else we can do to make it special other than what we've been doing. I cherish these moments talking with you like this. It's the reason I love you in the first place. I do want to keep talking like this while we can. But I still want there to be something we can do that's just between us. Well, it has to be something we can do from far away. We won't always be placed close together. How about this? Not a real kiss, but the feelings are. That's the best I can do for right now. At least we can do that from anywhere in this room. So even if we aren't close, we can still have that little something between us. As long as it's unique to us and not something used for playtime, I'll be fine with it. Yeah, for me, it's more than enough.